Hey guys, Cheesette here, CEO of Real Estate. Excited to talk to you about a new topic, and that is how to grow your confidence as a real estate agent. Whew, what a loaded topic. I feel like right now, all the agents that I'm working with and seeing are in a space where they have a lot of self-doubt and negative beliefs, and rightfully so, right? Because we're bombarded with images of what a real estate agent is supposed to look like, wear, dress, talk, how you're supposed to wear your hair. I'm gonna just give you a little bit of a reprieve from that, I guess, of permission to be yourself. One of the things that I absolutely love about real estate is that I own my business. I don't work for anybody. I'm not trying to fit in, look like somebody, sound like somebody. I have the permission for the first time in my life to just be my natural self. And I love that. I love that for real estate agents. When we come into a space, especially a new business like real estate, the first thing we have to tap into is who are we? Let me give you an example. I have a coaching client that I work with. She texts me probably 4 or 5 times a day with, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? Should I do that? And I literally say the same thing to her every time. I think she texts me now because she just wants to hear it. You're perfect. You own the business. You can do anything you want. You can wear anything you want. If you want to wear dreads, if you want to wear braids, if you want to dye your hair blue, do it, because people will resonate with you. What I'm trying to get her to understand, and what she is coming into slowly, and I'm watching her evolve, is the fact that the confidence that we're looking for in the real estate space is going to happen when we first stop comparing ourselves, our walk, our journey as a realtor to other people. Let me give you an example of what that looks like. When I came into the real estate space, Michael Reedy, I love him. He was my Ignite coach. And he always wore these nice suits. And I just remember saying, he is so polished. He's so professional. And I remember saying, I want to be like that. But then over time, I was like, well, girl, you're a little ghetto. You don't really like dressing up all the time. I mean, you like getting cute for brunch, but like, I don't really want to get dressed up like every day. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to be myself. I'm going to come in. Some days I'm going to have Air Ones on. Some days I'm going to have a whole suit on. Some days I'm going to come in here and have a dress that might be too tight, might be inappropriate. But guess what? All days I'm going to get paid. Right? And I want to make sure that everybody that's connected to me understands the uniqueness that God created you to be the way that you are. And this is one of the reasons that everything that I do in this space has to come from like a biblical perspective, because that's where our uniqueness comes from. I don't ever want to coach anybody and say, this is how you market yourself. There is no one way to do something. There is a way that other people have done it. And then there is a way that I can use for me, taking into account all of the things that other people have done, but making it true and genuine to me. Let me give you another example about a coaching client. I'm going to call her out by name because she's that bad. Her name is Sparkle. Love Sparkle. And her voicemail says, let Sparkle sprinkle a little bit of love into your day. The thing that I love about this woman is that she is genuinely and uniquely herself. That girl coming here, she be dressed to the nine. Like, I'm talking about like best dressed ever, polished, makeup, hair, put together, her whole vibe. But here's the thing. She is not pretending or trying to be somebody else. That's who she is. She shows up in spaces as herself. So when I'm able to really sit down with her, and she's the client that I'm actually doing the magazine with, and I'm able to sit down with her and we have our coaching session, it's such a breath of fresh air because she's not asking me how to be herself. And I get it. And like I said, when I started this video, I get it, because you're coming into a new space. We have nothing else to compare but ourselves to others that are in that same space. I get it. But what you have to do is quickly get out of that space and tap into your own uniqueness, because there are people that are going to buy, sell, or invest in real estate strictly because they like you, right? I told you I'm a little hood. I'm a little rough around the edges. There are clients that I am just myself with, and they love me. They're going to stick with me. They're going to be loyal because they're like, Cheesette, when I meet you, you're real. You are who you are. I've never felt like you try to pretend and be something different. And I feel like a lot of the times when we come into in entrepreneurial space, because we're used to coming from the employment space. In the employment space, yes, I have a tattoo on my arm. In the employment space, I was so uncomfortable to go to work. Like with this, I would always have a jacket on. Always, always, always. Now I got tattoos. I'm thinking of getting a whole sleeve. I didn't get a whole sleeve, but I'm thinking about it. I'm like, well, who I work for? And I don't plan on ever working for nobody else again. So my thing is, now I have the freedom to be self-expressive. But here's what that opens up to me. That opens up a whole new population of people that I can work with. I have an agent here, Deanna. She's another one. Herself. She likes cigars. I told her, I said, you know what? When we're putting together your marketing plan, let's get people involved in your space that like what you like. She likes cigars. Why are you not lead generating at a cigar bar? Why are you not having client events at a cigar bar? People that like cigars, they're like a whole little gang. They're like a whole little clique, right? They're loyal to that lifestyle. Real estate is a place where you can really tap into a lifestyle niche like never before. And here's what that does for your confidence. It goes through the roof because you're not comparing. You're not trying to be something that you're not. You're showing up as organically yourself and really putting your spaces, yourself in spaces and places that you have interest in. And then that's why you're able to connect with people. The real estate stuff on the backside, the contractual stuff, the contract to close stuff, the setting the appointment, that is what happens as a result of you meeting people that they want to do business with you. And then you'll set up a professional consultation for them. And that's where you'll go in and be the professional. But on a day-to-day basis, we have to have so much confidence in ourselves. And here's the thing, not just in ourselves. In all of the industry experience that you've had from previous professions. For example, you guys may or may not know this, but before I became a realtor, I worked for Blue Cross Blue Shield. I did insurance sales, so I've always been in sales. I've always been up talking to people. I've always done presentations. I am comfortable in that space. So when I come into the real estate space, what I brought with me is years of presentation experience. That's why I'm able to sit here and do these videos. That's why I'm able to create content the way I'm able to create it. Not because somebody taught me how to do it. I was already doing that in a previous industry. All I did was pivot and bring that same expertise to real estate. You have a background. A lot of people, I admire people that come into real estate with an education background. I'm like, you a teacher? You should be doing home buyer seminars, investor seminars. You should be teaching people about the market. You should be an educator in this space because that's your passion. That's what you were created to do. And this is why, having the right lens, having the right focus. So even when I send my daily text messages, if you're part of our membership platform, you get daily text messages, you get weekly inspirational emails. A lot of times they're not about real estate, they're about you. Because I want to build your confidence in you and in your ability to go crush it as you, in being you. So for me, I'm looking for people that are struggling probably in an area where they don't feel confident. They don't feel like they have the self-confidence necessary to go out and win business. Because here's the thing, if you don't have the confidence, I think it was Deion Sanders. He said, you look good, feel good, play good. That whole, whatever that mantra was. But what he was in essence saying is how you show up is how people are going to receive you. If you show up in a space and you're automatically looking in the room like, oh my God, who's going to be looking at me? What are they going to say to me? Are they going to think I'm dressed right? Did I say the right things? Listen, I'm me. And once you understand that, everything else will make sense. You're you. Once you understand that, everything else will make sense. You're going to have now the confidence to show up and ask somebody, do you mind if I get your number to keep in touch with you for real estate? Do you mind if I get your email so I can keep in touch with you on the property, on the evaluation for your home, on what your home would sell for if you decided to sell it this year, next year, and 5 years? You're going to have the confidence to do that. But that is a skill set too that's developed on the back end as well, because when you start to practice the things that it takes to build confidence in your own skill set, you're going to now have confidence to go out and win business anywhere. Here's the thing. My membership program, my membership platform is open. We have 2 different tiers. That information is going to be in the description. I want you to click the link and I want you to get more information. I want you to get enrolled in this space. I want you to start doing the things that is going to take for you to have confidence in yourself as a professional real estate agent. Confidence in yourself first as who God created you to be. Do you understand? This is another thing that I like to talk to about when I'm working with people. I remember growing up, like I struggled with my personality. And when I say I struggle with my personality, I can remember being 5 years old thinking about what my life was going to be like at 20. Like I knew when I was going to have kids. I knew how I was going to go to college. I knew that when I had kids, I knew that I wasn't going to work for anybody. I didn't have like all the details, but I kind of just knew. And I always felt like, well, why are you like this? Like these kids are out here playing and having a good time and you sitting back planning your businesses at 20. Like, why are you like this? As I got older and I began to develop, I was like, God created me like that for a reason. Now I'm not questioning why I'm like that. Now, in around 20, my stance started to be like, why am I like this, God? Why did you create me like this? Why does my brain work like this? Why do I see numbers, budgets, visions? Why am I like that? And then now, fast forward to me being in this space, boom, I get it. I'm 45 years old, but I finally get it. Have you ever felt like that? Have you ever looked at like your personality and things that are going on in your life and you're like, why am I like this? Ask God, where does that space fit into a marketplace ministry? When you can figure out why God created you like that, and then you can apply that to your business, you now have changed the game and you're one of one. Nobody can do what you do. I don't care who is coaching you. They're not going to coach you like me because I know what I have been through, walked through, experienced to get me to this point in business and in life. And I know how I bring that expertise to the coaching space. I'm very secure in who I'm called to. The same thing applies to you in your real estate business. If you're questioning yourself, don't do that. If you're questioning yourself, I want you to start right now by saying that you are wonderfully, fearfully, and perfectly made. You were created for what you're doing right now. And now I want you to start to look back all of the other things. And this is why the business planning that you get when you pay for the membership platform for a year, this is why this is so important, because what we go through in that is all of the things, the expertise that you bring into this space, so we can build a business plan, craft a business plan that's reflective of your unique strengths, ability. And then now you can take that out to the marketplace and communicate that with people. So if you're not in my membership platform, if you're not in the membership program, I invite you to click the link, sign up, get going. We got work to do.